17 magazine promises to get real about beauty after an outcry in May over its use of airbrushed images of young women. The editor-in-chief writes in the August issue that 17 will, quote, never change girls' body or face shapes, never have, never will. It's one of a list of commitments in a body peace treaty, it calls it. That's a treaty with its readers. And the move comes after a teenager from Maine named Julia Bluhm, she's holding the box, she organized an online petition asking for one unaltered photo spread per month. More than 40,000 people signed that petition, and then Bluhm decided to take the signatures right to the source, to 17's office. The 14-year-old spoke with our Brooke Baldwin back in May.
A bunch of my friends and I read 17 magazine, and you know, we can recognize that they're photoshopped, but at the same time, you know, that's what's considered beautiful, and we don't realize it sometimes when we're just like looking at the magazine, having fun, and it can lower your self-esteem.
Well, joining me now is former model Jenna Sowers, who's also an editor at Jezebel.com. She's joining me by Skype. So, Jenna, thank you for doing this. This sounds on its surface to be like a very, very big win for this young lady. But when you look a little deeper into it, is it such a win? Is anything really changing?
Well, I mean, if you read the letter that editor Anne Sharkett wrote in the new issue, it's really more than anything a commitment a commitment to go back to business as usual. In fact, I mean, 17 essentially says that it's never had any issues with the way that it photoshops its photographic subjects and celebrities and models, but that just to be on the safe side, it will continue not altering the bodies of the people it photographs. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like 84,000 people who signed that petition seem to be of the opinion that there were some issues with the ways that 17 has photoshopped its images in the past. So this response doesn't really address that criticism.
So what we're showing on our screen right now is sort of the before shot, the after shot. They're saying they're going to be more transparent and show before and after shots online in its Tumblr account. And that the only thing they Photoshop are things like the stray hair on the right. If you look at the before photo, there's a stray hair on the right, and they change that out. There's a bra strap showing. The color of the curtain goes from white beforehand to blue afterwards. That's par for the course. Just about everybody cleans up pictures with, you know, messy flyaways and colors that they don't find palatable. But
absolutely.
The photoshopping is that there is still an element of photoshopping that makes people more beautiful than their photos really would suggest otherwise. 17 is not going to change all of that, are they? Well,
no. I mean, and airbrushing the likes of flyaway hairs and stray objects that might have been in the background of a scene and things like that, that kind of photo editing has been around for a very long time.
And that's fair. That's fair. I'm more talking about, you know, if you have uneven skin tone or blemishes, and in some cases there have been accusations that black models have been made to look less black. I mean, those are the kinds of things I think people are very worried about.
Absolutely. The advent of these digital post-production tools, including Photoshop, excuse me, perhaps most notoriously Photoshop, has just made it incredibly easy to alter all kinds of things about an image, including body shape, size, skin color, skin tone, to erase wrinkles. And sometimes the effects are downright creepy, but you know, more commonly we've gotten used to the idea in the past 10 years or so that every single image that we see in a magazine, particularly in women's magazines, is going to be an altered, hyper-real, impossible, idealized version of how that person actually looks. And I think for young girls, that's not a healthy visual culture to be growing up in.
Right. I want to just reiterate that the editor of 17 did say that everybody on staff signed this body peace treaty, and they do say that they would never alter the shape again or the size of the models. But makes for a good conversation. Jenna Sowers, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
South Korea angering environmental activists worldwide today, making a big announcement about whaling. I'm going to tell you what it was. And then also a shark nearly as big as a whale. Wow. Look at that thing. Can I tell you? This thing was so big, It weighed more than the scale could actually handle, so they had to guess beyond the maximum of the scale. Caught off the coast of California, too. Shark, California. Back after this.